Okay, hey, welcome back. This is going to be our second lecture in our introductory series into chemistry. In other words, this is our second lecture in Unit 0. If you somehow missed the first video, find the Unit 0 playlist button on my YouTube page. And saying that, we are going to be pretty brief today discussing laboratory safety. I understand that there are loads of science safety videos on YouTube and that you had or you should have had refreshers at the start of every year of your science classes since you're in middle school. Because of that, I'm only going to go over a very few set of rules that I feel are imperative to know in a high school chemistry lab. Also, I've attached a link to an extensive copy of the laboratory safety rules made by Flinn Scientific that you will need to know before anybody steps into our lab. So my suggestion is start looking over it now. So let's first start off by understanding your laboratory layout. In other words, where's all the safety equipment? Before you do any laboratory experiments in class, you will need to know where the following safety equipment is. The first aid kit, eye wash stations, shower stations, fire blankets, fire extinguishers, and the most obvious, where's the exit? These are going to be in different places for whatever lab you are in. So make sure you know where these items are in the lab. If not, ask your instructor before something occurs. Now let's talk about some general laboratory rules so that you can get an idea of why these rules were in place. Once again, this is not an extensive list of rules. Flynn's full scientific safety rules and safety contract will be linked in the description, so review that extensively. First rule I want to go over is do not play around in our labs. No matter who is your partner and what happened the period before in class, do not put yourself or your partner's health/well-being at risk. Conduct yourself responsibly in the lab. That doesn't mean labs won't be fun. It just means you need to have a healthy respect of the chemicals and instruments that you are using. The second rule I want to go over is wait for the instructor or teacher to explain the lab and to give instructions before starting this lab or starting a lab. Teachers can have valuable information on how you can get the best results from your labs and to keep you safe, so make sure you pay attention to them. Though you may not have the cleanest room, it is extremely beneficial to have your lab table well organized and clean. This aids in preventing accidental chemical spills and or forgetting what substances were or what's in what beaker. Okay, so keep your table clean, keep it organized. The fourth rule is if something happens that is not supposed to happen, tell your instructor or teacher immediately. Whether you break some glassware, spill some chemicals, or injure yourself, the teacher has more knowledge and training on how to handle these types of situations than you. We are smarter than you, so let us help you. Don't be afraid of getting in trouble. The last rule I want to highlight in this video is hot glass looks the exact same as cold glass or room temperature glass. In labs, you may forget which pieces of glassware you have heated or are containing hot substances. Because of this, it is always safe to handle glassware in the lab with tongs or some sort of protective gloving. And no, rubber gloves do not count as protective gloves. That's all I'm going to go over for now in this video. Make sure you review your Flinn Scientific student safety contract, linked in the description for an extensive list of rules and procedures you need to know before we start lab experiments. If you want to continue with this unit, click on the playlist button to the right. And saying all this, I hope this video helped you out and keep up the good work in the classroom. I'll see you next time.